Hello from Priyanka on this episode of Lock Unlock Series 2020. Today in this episode of Lock Unlock Series, we have Dr. Rohit Shul, who is general laparoscopic surgeon and endoscopist associated with various hospitals in Pune, India. And with him, we will know what challenges were being faced and are being faced, and what initiatives the doctor fraternity took, and what care should we do to maintain a good physical health to protect ourselves from this virus in the pandemic. So, hello, doctor. Welcome to Lock Unlock Series 2020.
Hello. I would like to thank Priyanka for making me a part of this Lock Unlock series. I think we've been going through this Lock Unlock very frequently.
True.
So it's good that we are talking and we are getting different people from different areas to talk about it. So thank you.
My pleasure and our pleasure. So, doctor, the first question what I would like to ask you is, in the initial days of this pandemic, बहुत सारा डर था, there was a lot of chaos, there was a lot of unavailability of resource to treat this virus. So, has the situation improved? Has it changed?
Okay. Basically, we need to understand what COVID disease is. COVID is a very new disease. It's as new to the patients as new to the doctor.
Correct.
So basically, we didn't know as doctors, what extent it is going to go. Basically, the virion, the virus itself was a novel virus. The origin from China, and it spread so rapidly over a small span of time to a large area. Was something very difficult to manage. At the same time, scientists were analyzing, doctors were treating patients, and it was all piling up, and things were increasing in a very exponential manner. So definitely it was difficult for us to begin with.
So how is the situation now? Are we are we able to manage it now compared to what it was earlier?
I feel we have always humans are intelligent race, so they try to find innovative ways to treat a difficult thing. And I'm very optimistic about it that yes, definitely we have tried to change things. What we were facing in March and what we are going through today, things have definitely improved. But initially, yes, the fear was very high and the patients were very less. Now it's the other way around. Now we have more patients but less fear. So that is the thing which can be detrimental to us now.
True. Absolutely. So fear was earlier more, patients were less. Now patients are more and fear is less. So what challenges did doctors face who were on specifically on the front line and are still facing to treat COVID as well as non-COVID patients?
Basically, patients are patients. They are COVID and non-COVID is something we can segregate later. When a patient comes to our OPD, to our hospital, on our operating table, we have not yet established whether he is COVID positive or negative. Yes, there are tests available which diagnose a patient for COVID disease, but they are not foolproof. Even the RT-PCR test, which is considered a gold test, has only 60% positivity. So there is a chance that every third patient you have diagnosed negative might actually be positive. So that was the biggest challenge for doctors to accept that yes, in spite of a patient being positive or negative, we are going to treat in the same way as we treat every patient. Right. And just to compound to that, we did take and we are still taking precautions, which we call the universal precautions, which we used to take for other diseases. But there are certain characteristics which are very specific to COVID virus. So we had to take more precautions, like the airway, what we are breathing, what the patient is exhaling, what we are exhaling. We were not very cautious about it before, but now yes, we are. That's going on in our mind all the time. And not only the doctors, the healthcare workers, the staff, the mama maushis who are working in the hospital, everybody is exposed. They can be a part of the chain.
True.
So taking care of yourself, the patient, the relatives, and the entire chain of the hospital is something that goes on in our mind, and it's a unique challenge.
So have the patients started visiting dispensary in hospitals as they were earlier? I'm talking about the non-COVID patients again.
Definitely, in what we saw in the end of March and April, there was immense amount of fear. News channels were propagating what was happening, maybe to a right extent, to an exaggerated extent. We don't want to talk about it, but definitely, yes, people were coming to know what is happening around the world. So less and less people got out of their houses. There were strict restrictions from the government to not get out unless there is a medical cause. So all these things
Hmm.
reduced the amount of patients that were coming into dispensaries. But yes,
Right.
disease doesn't wait for anyone. It may
Correct.
be COVID, it may be some other disease. Because people are getting heart attacks, people are getting abdominal pain. So definitely they had to come, and we were treating them. Only that cases which could be postponed were postponed. But the surgeries and the cases which were necessary definitely were treated in all the hospitals. Initially,
Right.
government had made divisions, like all the hospitals were not allowed to take COVID patients. There
Correct.
were some specialized hospitals where the COVID patients used to be treated. So when a patient got admitted to us, we used to evaluate him, and if he turned out to be positive, he used to go to a COVID center. So that
Right.
is the norm which we were following for 4 5 months, and we've been very successful in keeping the infection rates with the doctors, with the staff low because of the precautions we were taking. And we should continue to take that. And it's an urge that not only the doctors, but even every single human being who can get affected by the virus should take care of it.
True. True. Absolutely. And what additional initiatives did doctors took? Since earlier, as I said, patients were skeptical in going to hospitals or dispensary. So, what was that one initiative which I think was a revolutionary kind of thing which doctors took?
No, first is educating people and removing chaos from their mind as far as possible is what I used to keep on telling, and every doctor for that matter used to keep on telling to his patients. Yes,
Right.
COVID is there. It's a pandemic. We are going through it, but definitely it is something we can conquer. It is
We
not
can conquer.
something that we have to completely be afraid of and sit in our houses. Yes,
True.
when there is an emergency, you have to get out. You have to take proper precautions, and government has been very exceptionally good in telling people what to do, how to do it. They are bombarding it through our mobiles also. Every time we
Correct.
put on the phone, we are listening to the same thing. That's
Right.
because everybody needs to apply it, and they are basic small things, but yes, they are the ones which are going to prevent us from the disease. So
Correct.
it's needless to say everybody knows what to do, how to prevent the coronavirus, because it's been there in media, and it's been followed by many people. So they are the same things which I'm going to tell you, that yes, wear a mask, avoid going to places which are crowded, don't be a part of crowd, neither create a crowd, and also keep on washing your hands and take care of your loved ones. That's all we need to do, I think.
So, what I have seen and what we all have seen all these days, there was a lot of virtual consultations which were done by different kinds of doctors. So, was it a challenging situation where?
Nowadays, we have technology at our disposal.
Hmm. So, was it a challenging? पहले तो क्या face to face मिलते थे doctors, patients, अब virtually हो रहा है. So, कुछ challenges हैं क्या इसमें?
As far as virtual consultation is considered, it is one of a good thing. It is not something that can completely replace a patient coming to a OPD and seeing me seeing him actually, but
Right.
definitely it is a kind of assistance to us.
Correct.
I would like to see the patient first time or maybe 2 times, but every time I need not see the patient. The patient's reports, then the patient's follow up, considering what all he recites, what are his complaints, how is his
Right.
progress. all this can definitely be managed very well with virtual consultation. And I think we have good technology, and rather it's faster than getting a report physically. Like my
Correct.
patients just send me a mail on which I get all the reports within 3-4 hours, which is
Right.
fantastic. And it definitely helps, and we can work more efficiently with less contact.
With less
Like
contact.
physical contact, being in front of the patient, having 2-3 relatives is something that is not always required. So
Yeah.
definitely it has helped us. And in certain scenarios, virtual consultation has replaced the actual consultation also in few
Hmm.
branches. So definitely it is a boon, and in the crisis situation, it is of help.
Correct. True, true, true. Absolutely. So, what specific precautions or guidance do you want us to follow now onwards? As such, you have said, but if you can be more
I
elaborative.
I think we've seen the initial days, the rise, and now the downfall of the disease. The disease entered India late as compared to other cities and
Countries.
continents. The European continent and American continent was hit very badly initially.
Hmm.
So they recovered well. They recovered earlier than what we did. So
Correct.
we should not considering like now the cases have definitely have seen a downfall in India. Most of the hospitals had almost a very high occupancy of COVID patients initially, which is reducing. Maybe it's a combined effort of the government, the initiative taken by people, and the precautions they are taking. And needless to say, the doctors who are working very hard, not
Yes.
only my specialty, but the intensivists, the physicians, and the
Correct.
anesthetists, they are working very hard to cure the patients. And this downfall is an outcome of that. But
Hmm.
we should not forget that, yes, it can come back. It is not something that is completely eradicated. And
Right.
unfortunately, we are seeing the rise of cases again in the European continent and
Hmm.
in American continent. So we should take a lesson that we should not be very easy on the disease. We should still think that it is a serious matter and continue to taking the same precautions. We don't
Hmm.
have to do anything new. We have to
Correct.
do the same old things which are being bombarded on us for the last 8 months. Wear a mask, avoid crowded places, wash your hands. The disease spreads basically by respiratory route. So, like the person who sneezes, the viruses is the person who will give you viruses. Or there are
Correct.
fomites like where the virus is lying down and you touch it, and then
Okay.
you can get the disease. So basically, you can understand this pathophysiology and avoid it. You need not be a
Right.
doctor to understand it. It's a very
Correct.
basic thing which everybody should follow, and it will have good results.
Hmm. True. So it's basically to wear mask, keep sanitizing, keep washing your hands.
Yes.
Don't be a part of
Yes.
crowd and don't create a crowd also.
Yeah, in Indian scenario, not being a part of the crowd is very difficult.
Hmm.
But yes, people have learnt it over a period of 7-8 months, and I think they should do it for a couple of years so that they can be with their beloved ones for a long time.
Right.
It's a very small price to pay.
It is very small price to pay. True. I absolutely agree to it. So I think, I would say that a priest sees people at their best, a lawyer at their worst, but a doctor sees them as they really are. And we really salute and thanks to the entire doctor fraternity who have been treating patients of coronavirus. A big gratitude to all the doctors, and of course, you also, Dr. Rohit, who have treated so many chronic coronavirus patients. Some probably lost their own lives. Many are still risking themselves and their family members. However, I think the doctors and the scientists are striving hard to serve and save human race from the virus. A heartfelt thanks, Dr. Rohit Shul, for giving such a wonderful insight to what exactly is COVID, how it spreads, and what, exactly what we should do henceforth that we are not, we don't get it, and how do we save ourselves. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm very thankful to Priyanka and the Lock Unlock series. That we are spreading the message, and this adds up to spreading the message even further. So I'm very
Right.
glad that this initiative has started. And I feel till we don't have a cure or the virus is completely eradicated from the planet, we should continue taking precautions, because yes, it is a novel virus. The disease is different, it's new, and we are still finding out new ways to combat it. So please take care and follow the basic precautions. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rohit Shul. Namaste from Priyanka and Doctor. Till we meet again, as Doctor said, we should follow the rules, basic rules, so that we can take care of our own self and our loved ones. Do subscribe, like, and share the channel Communicate with Priyanka. Until we meet next, stay safe and stay connected. Thank you.